You need to fill your head with so much positivity that there is no more room for the sadness, or for the anger, or for your depression, your anxiety. Fill your head full of this happiness, this positivity throughout your life. And this is where you need to pay close attention to what you're feeding your brain. Every time you're gossiping, every time you're talking down on somebody else, every time you're talking down on yourself, you're feeding your brain these negative thoughts. And you wonder why you feel so depressed. You wonder why you feel so negative all the time. That's all you're giving your brain. All you do is listen to negative music about sex, guns, killing people, depression, hating your life. And then you're surprised that you feel more sad. You're surprised that when you listen to sad songs, you feel more sad after. You're filling your head full of this negativity. Your self-talk is horrible. You don't think you can do anything. When you think about trying something new, you shoot yourself down because you have this negative thought process in your head, and you need to switch it. You need to fill it full of positivity. And how you do this is you stop hanging around with negative people. You don't hang around people who make you doubt yourself. You don't listen to music that makes you sad. You don't listen to music that makes you depressed. You don't listen to music talking about drugs and sex and money. And this might mean you have to be by yourself, and that's fine, because you'll be able to build up your confidence. You'll be able to build up the positivity in your head. But if you don't do this, you're just going to keep on getting worse and worse. Those thoughts are going to get more real in your head because they're proving true. When you say you can't do something and then you don't even try it, that thought in your head was just reinforced. Now you really can't do it. You're the one that was limiting yourself to the point where you didn't even try it. You didn't even give yourself an attempt to prove yourself wrong. And you see, the more you do this, the better you're going to get at it. And every time I do something that I say I'm going to do, my confidence gets stronger. My friend was talking about him quitting nicotine. And he said he felt sad because he told himself it was the last time. And he continued to do this. And then everybody can resonate with this. Because I tried to quit nicotine like 20 times before I actually got it. I've tried to quit other things before I got them. And you feel that disappointment when you tell yourself that you're not doing it anymore. And you lose a little bit of trust in yourself. You lose a little bit of confidence in yourself when you don't do the things you say you're going to do. So you have to do what you say you're going to do. Or don't even say it. If you don't think you're going to do it, do not say it. There's that Bible verse where it says, to those who have everything, more will be given. But to those who have less, everything will be taken, I think. Maybe. I'll put it on here. But the point is, when you say what you're going to do, and you get better, it's like a snowball effect. And it works both ways, though. Because I just got better, I just got more confident in myself, and I can start getting higher tasks in life. I can start saying, well, I want to make $10,000 this month. I achieve it, I get the ball rolling a little bit faster, and then the next month, the next year, I could say I want to make double that. I want to make triple that. Say you want to work out 3 days a week. You get that, and you prove yourself right, because you go 3 times a week, and you continually do this, and you say, well, I can do what I say I'm going to do. I can try new things. I can learn new things. And it's sad when you realize how many people won't even try something because they've listened to that negative talk inside of them for so long. And a lot of the time, it doesn't come from us. That's not a thought from you. That's a thought from somebody else telling you. They say, you can't do that. You're not smart enough to do that. And these thoughts get reinforced the more you listen to them. Because if somebody tells me I'm not smart enough to do something, so I don't do it, as a byproduct, that thought just got reinforced in my head. I'm not doing something that somebody just told me I can't do. So that thought just got stronger in my head. But how you break that And how you build confidence in yourself is somebody just told me I can't do something. I go and do it. I just broke that. I just built confidence in myself and said, no, I can do what I say I'm going to do. It doesn't matter if somebody tells me I can or can't do something, because I have the trust and the confidence in myself to do it. You have to be conscious when a thought is not coming from you, when it's coming from something that somebody told you. Maybe it was your parents, maybe it was your friends, maybe it was some random person. Especially stuff like this on the internet, you got to be able to know that it doesn't matter what somebody else says, because I've already built all the confidence in myself to be able to achieve this. A quote, he who jumps into the void owes no explanation to those who stand around and watch. See, it's not my job to have to explain to somebody what I'm doing, because one, it doesn't matter to them. Two, they're probably going to be negative about it. They're probably going to give me their opinion. And sometimes they may not, they're trying to help you. They're trying to be realistic and trying to let you go a safe way. But that's not, if you're shooting for something greater, it's not going to be safe. So that's why it's better to just not tell anybody. And yeah, I was going to say other points. I can't even think of any. Yeah, so just make sure you fill your head with this positivity, because it gets reinforced and it works the other way as well. If you don't fill your head with positivity, it gets reinforced too. If I feel sad and I do things that make me more sad, this feeling is taking control of me and I'm allowing it to. I'm letting it stronger. So you have to take control of it. It's like poison in your head and you can feel it the better you get at it. Because now sometimes I'll be walking around and say something will happen at work where I can just feel like somebody bumped into me the other day and it made me mad, and I kind of shrugged it off. And maybe 30 minutes later, I was still mad, but I totally forgot what happened. I was like, why am I so mad? Like, what even happened? And I thought about it, and I had to kind of trace back to where I felt it. And I said, like, there's no way I'm still mad over this. There's no way that took so much control over me, because I allowed it to. Because I didn't kick out that thought right when it came in. I'm not suppressing it. I'm kicking it out. I'm not giving any attention to it, because it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to get mad because somebody bumped into me. And 30 minutes later, it definitely should not be affecting me. But it used to be something that would affect me throughout the day, maybe even the week, maybe even the month. Because they would pile up in my head. That bump, it would be like, who does this guy, who do they think they are? And then maybe I was already in a bad mood. Somebody said some remark I didn't even like, and it's like, it just kept on adding on. So the second those thoughts come in, you can't reinforce them. You have to kick them. They have to get booted. And if you do that, you're going to get better at it, and you're going to improve at it. So every time you have those negative thoughts in your head, you have to kick them out. Every time somebody tells you, say you want to try, this is an example. So I work at a restaurant, and I was talking to one of my coworkers. He's like 27, and he said he wanted to go get another job. And I was like, oh, is like a server or a bartender? And he said, no, like as a busser. And I looked at him, and he's one of the best people at the position at my restaurant. He's one of the best ones. He's memorized, we have to make all this stuff, and he's memorized it all. And I was like, why would you do that? Like, you could easily be one of these. And he said, because I don't have a good memory. And I was like, that's definitely not coming from him, because he memorizes an insane amount of stuff. He can make all these marinades. He can remember how to make 20 different recipes. So that thought is not coming from him. That thought is coming from somebody else telling him he has a bad memory. And it's reinforced, because when I gave him, like, if he was going to be a bartender, he was like, no, that's too much stuff to remember. And he just reinforced it by not even trying, by not trying to break that. So you're reinforcing those thoughts. Kick them out of your head and fill it with positivity. Fill it with confidence.